Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about optic nerve. So let's start our topic with introduction. Optic nerve is second cranial nerve and it is purely sensory cranial nerve that is responsible for transmitting visual information from the retina of eye to the brain. Unlike most cranial nerves, optic nerve is considered a tract of central nervous system rather than a peripheral nerve because it developed from the diencephalon and it is covered by meninges. Origin and anatomy of optic nerve. It originates from retinal ganglion cells in the inner and it is the innermost layer of the retina. Its course starts when axon of retinal ganglion cells converge to form the at the optic disc and they form the optic nerve at the optic disc which exits the eye through the optic canal. Both optic nerve meet at the optic chiasma that is located above the pituitary gland. At the chiasma, fibers from the nasal half of each retina cross to the opposite side, while temporal fibers remains uncrossed. After crossing, the fibers continue as optic tracts. These tracts project mainly to the lateral geniculate body, that is in thalamus, from where further fibers project to the primary visual cortex, that is in occipital lobe. Pathway of vision. It starts when light enters the eye and it is detected by photoreceptors that are rod and cone cells in the retina. Then the signals are processed by bipolar cells and transmitted to retinal ganglion cells. The axons of ganglion cells form the optic nerve and at the optic chiasma nasal retinal fibers cross to the opposite side. Then these fibers continue as optic tracts to the lateral geniculate body of thalamus. From there, optic radiation carries signals to the visual cortex that is in occipital lobe for image processing. Functions of optic nerve. First primary function is vision as it helps in transmission of visual impulses to the brain. Additional roles include its contribution to pupillary light reflex, that is constriction of pupil in response to light. It also contributes to accommodation reflex, that is adjustment of lens for near vision. It also provides information about light and dark and color and visual fields. Clinical significance of optic nerve. First is optic neuritis, that is inflammation of optic nerve, and it is often associated with multiple sclerosis. Its causes include sudden vision loss and pain. Second significance is glaucoma, that is increased intraocular pressure that damages optic nerve fiber, that is progressive cause progressive vision loss. Third significance is papilledema, that is swelling of optic disc due to raised intracranial pressure. Fourth significance is visual field defects that include complete optic nerve lesion that cause blindness in one eye, optic chiasma lesion that cause bitemporal hemianopia, that is loss of outer visual field, and optic tract lesion that cause homonymous hemianopia, that is loss of same visual field in both eyes. Trauma or tumor near optic chiasma, like in case of pituitary tumor, can compress fiber and it lead to characteristic visual loss. Special features of optic nerve. It is surrounded by meninges and has cerebrospinal fluid around it. It does not degenerate after injury, unlike olfactory nerve. It is considered part of central nervous system rather than the peripheral nervous system. Conclusion of this lecture video. Optic nerve is crucial for vision, transmitting signals from retina to the brain for interpretation. Its unique structure and central nervous system origin make it different from other cranial nerves. Damage to optic nerve leads to serious visual impairments, emphasizing its vital role in human life and clinical neurology. And this was all about optic nerve. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment. Thank you for watching.